kita share screen dulu ya. Lama banget aku nggak nge-share Scrum ini. Oke, aku start by now. Thank you everyone for attending this meeting. Dan kita akan langsung jump out ke Trello. Sebelumnya mungkin dari Bapak Vidi ada pengumuman nggak? Do you want to announce something on our Trello or?
Nanti sekalian sama ini aja, sama update aja.
Okay, cool. Let's go and jump to inquiry optimization 1.0. Before that, I'm actually just realized kalau Sasha juga masuk ke dalam card ini. Nadine, do you have anything to say about this, or it's just error or something?
I think somebody did it accidentally. I don't know.
Okay, then I will just go ahead and remove Sasha from this card, and let's go to Nadine for update of this card campaign.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. So I will give the update about this campaign. So yes, as you guys can see the stats, basically all the inquiries are increased from all the platforms. And then surprisingly, actually we already know this week on the campaign Scrum, Airbnb conversion is dropping. But the other platforms such as Facebook and Instagram that been dropping the past few weeks is actually increased this week, but there is no improvement on agent sales, but Airbnb is dropping. Please go to activity. I will explain about my analysis on these 4 platforms. So the first one is Airbnb. So as we know, Airbnb conversion is dropped this week. Actually, most of the inquiries are for the end of the April. I'm not sure if you know, the Moodyc policy is actually affecting the people to actually hold them to not booking directly. I'm still not sure. And then no response from the guests, still in the highest percentage for the unconverted inquiries in Airbnb. And then regarding adding more inputs to the upper funnel to increase the inquiry, it's already been discussed, COVID, I believe, on the cross chapter campaign as well.
Yep.
And I'm waiting for the execution basically, and waiting for the progress. We can see the progress next week. And then for the Facebook, Facebook conversion is raising up by maximizing the extensions. It's always consistent for the extensions, but some of the inquiries are also close to the deal. I'm monitoring last night and just waiting for the transactions basically. This shows a good progress, expecting the significant improvement on Facebook conversion next week. And then for Instagram, one thing on the Facebook, it's the improvement on the conversion is there is no correlations between any pivots right now. It's just the demand match the supply on the Facebook. Like the pet friendly, it's haven't support yet. The pet friendly pivot, if I'm not mistaken. And then for Instagram, I already see the data on the inquiry form and also the transaction is on Instagram. We only able to convert 1 inquiry in Instagram for April. And then same as on the Airbnb, no response from the guest is still the highest factor for the unconverted inquiry, and also 1 unconverted inquiry caused by misleading content about 2 converted. Sasha, please update on the stats. Basically increase on the conversion on Instagram conversion, and then 1 unconverted inquiry caused by misleading content. So it's actually the old content. There is one celebrity in Indonesia asking for that property if it's available, but it's actually just a content. It's villa in Jakarta. I think we can bring this up to the content team. I mean, to avoiding this kind of case, make the inquiries keep higher, but we are not able to convert it. And then for the agent sales, I see that for this month, none of the engagement method works out so far. for the agent conversion. And then basically another model of BV agent partnership is also still discussed by the BI team as well, I believe, yeah, Coffee D, after the campaign scrum. Yeah, that's basically the update for this campaign. Is there any questions or feedback, please? Yes, Coffee D.
Yep. Are there any specific strategies related to this particular campaign on the pivots?
For yes, basically Coffee D. Basically the strategy like for the Airbnb, it's collaboration strategy with the upper funnel as well. See, I would say this is even though the Facebook and also Instagram improving, but I would say this is still going worse since Airbnb is the one of apa namanya the strongest platform, but it's dropping. So I still say that this is going worse, and the strategy at the moment is the collaboration strategy with the upper funnel, with the other funnel.
I see. But there are no pivot cards being created yet, yeah?
For Airbnb, not yet.
Okay. Maybe we can try to actuate that strategy into pivot cards so that we can try to improve the conversion rate for Airbnb.
For the collaboration strategy, Coffee D, is it should be put on this Trello board or just on the campaign
We
Scrum?
can actually do an experiment on it, whether we can actually improve the volume of inquiry.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yep. Sorry, I'm a bit lag. Maybe Erika, you could also note that on this Trello board, so Nadine could have another execution for for making it better. And again, my question is also about the inquiry workshop, Nadine. Do you think the inquiry workshop is now doing well, or is it better for us to do it by meeting?
Okay, actually, the good thing on the inquiry workshop in Slack is on the documentations. Basically, we can make sure all the discussions documented and actually improving the understanding because it's written and you can reread it again. That's my hypothesis. And for the okay, I'm sure that's my hypothesis, but let's go to the other maybe.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, you can floor it.
Before that, I think we do want to say something. No? Oh, I'm just actually thinking this, Nadine. Actually, if you want to document it, the discussion, the conversation, yeah, we can still document it on the paper as well, like we did, like we used apa sih,
Discussion management.
the stack who like that. It will make it like kind of bit documented on that. I think you do want to say something.
Yep,
Please?
and also Slack messages will disappear after a few days, right?
Yep.
So it's not really the point precise to say that it's well documented because even though we previously when we did the actual meeting, we also documented on the drawings paper as well and updated on the best practice documentation. So that's already well documented.
Yep. Thank you, Vidi. Maybe.
Oh, okay. And also, the good thing is the Slack is actually improving the speed. Basically, if you are facing the ongoing case, you can just put on the Slack and then solve it together. That's actually one of the objective on the inquiry workshop on a channel on the Slack as well.
Okay, cool.
It's improving the speed. If we only have like once a week, right? We can just we would just one person maybe just facing that case alone, and then just back on the report on the inquiry workshops, and it's not gonna be like efficient. This is more about the speed, Andre.
Yep. So it help you, I think, on the pace during ongoing cases. Yeah. Okay.
Or maybe
Let's
maybe we can try both methods. Yeah.
let's try maybe
Optimize.
ask Maria.
Optimizing.
Since Maria is now who's handling the inquiry workshop, how do you think this inspire delight for the team, Maria?
In my opinion, I think the using of Slack channel is not too significant compared to the meeting one. So I think I'm going to go with Andre's idea, trying to use both methods.
It's Nadine's idea, actually.
Sorry, Nadine's. Maaf, Andre.
Okay, no worries. Okay, let's ask the other team who is not actually working on reservation. Sasha, how do you think about that?
I kind of agree with what Maria said. I think for the Slack one, it can be like an addition. Like if we encounter like hard cases, we can discuss it there. But I think for the inquiry workshop, using like meetings like that, it's still needed. I had a small talk with Maria whether if we still need the meetings for the inquiry workshop. It's more like inquiry evaluation and stuff, like because we still found some like replies from the host from our side that still need to be improved. See, that's my opinion basically.
Okay,
Back to you, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Erika, how would you conclude this discussion?
Yeah, I think we still need online like discussion for this. Like the Slack is actually for the emergency stuff. It can help with emergency cases, but I think it still needs to have online meetings, because when we do online meetings and we do the workshop, we can like think on our feet. Because when I do Slack, I used to think first, then write what I think. But when you do workshop, you have to think on your feet, and I think by that you can actually handle inquiry more faster in real practice. That's
Okay,
what I think, Mr.
noted,
Chair.
Erika, for that and all the team. Erika, now you can also put that down on this Trello board, the note about how we want to do inquiry workshop, and maybe tag Nadine and Maria as the one who handle this. Nadine, actually, I have a quick question. Do we have a different strategy for Facebook, since I believe last weeks, I think you mentioned that you will be bit focusing on Facebook, Nadine?
Yes. For the strategy is, as we know already, Andre, it's actually optimizing the extensions. It's pretty consistent on the Facebook, but we don't have any, what is it? Yeah, stable or serial system to monitor the extension on Airbnb. But one of the pivot from Sasha is also supporting this extension strategy, see, but I haven't really monitored the progress.
Oh, yang extension voucher ya?
Yeah, yeah.
But I think it's implementable for OTA.
Yeah, sorry?
It's only implementable for OTA's booking. Am I right, Sasha?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Booking.com and Airbnb.
Okay. So, apa namanya? Yeah, okay. Since tadi want to focus that, maybe we get improve our selling again Facebook. Maybe it's better if we have a new transaction, so we can make another extension from that. So we'll be
Yeah. Oh yeah, just confirming. Kofidi, if there is extensions, it's included on the direct booking kan ya? Direct booking stuff.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, should be also supporting this inquiry conversion.
Oh, cool. Thank you, Nadine. From all the team, maybe from Maria, do you have anything to add about this? I'm sorry.
All good, brother.
Okay, Sasha,
All good too, Andre.
Kak Erika.
Yeah, all good.
Ole. Maybe
Actually,
yes.
Andre, I have this is a question for you, basically on for the agent, yeah. Since we know that for the April, none of the engagement method is working. Both catalog or the WhatsApp store is not working. We are actually still figuring out with the BI team as well what kind of the partnership can we provide with the agents. Like so far all this time we are actually melayani inquiries agent gitu, agent inquiry. So if they have inquiry and then we haven't convert, yeah, they kind of left us, and ya dia tuh mikirin dirinya sendiri gitu loh, Andre.
Yeah.
But how can we make it the agent is to be our agent? I mean, dia yang melayani kita now, ya kan? We have this property empty. How can you bring the guest to us gitu? Not you you bring inquiry to us, and then if we cannot convert, you laugh gitu.
Yeah.
Is that yeah?
think
Maybe you could also include on the discussion with the BI team if you have any idea.
Okay, I think yesterday Kevin also reached me to talk about this as well, and I agree. It's basically like making the agent is like the HAR, right? So they have the willingness to make a booking.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
the third party, you know.
Right. Okay, Erica, could you please also help me to write that down about agent feedback for that? Thank you, Erica, for that. Okay, nobody wants to add more about this campaign, first campaign? 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you, Nadine, for explaining. That's a good discussion over there. I will jump to another campaign card. This is guest engagement 1.0 from Maria. Maria, please let us know your update.
Yes, thank you, Andre. So my update is funnel inquiries. Thank you, team, for the help, and for the communication and check-in rate is actually decreasing because we got one bad review from Kupung Yang Yang. And what we need to do is I would like to create new pivot for reducing cancellation and maintain how we could maintain our communication with the guests. And also one more thing, I would like to evaluate WhatsApp stickers. That's my update. Anyone want to ask? Or
Nah, this is interesting. Last night I just talked with video about the cancellation. Oh. So I will ask Maria a bit. What is the benchmark of we can reducing cancellation? I mean, what the prompt step yang mungkin terpikirkan oleh Maria? Because last night we just think that this is also affected by peraturan pemerintah gitu kan, the government regulation. Because harus ini itu tiba-tiba PCR dulu kayak Desember itu PCR, kalau sekarang ini karena mudik nggak boleh. So I was just curious about what is on Maria's mind about reducing cancellation.
For me, if there's something like larangan mudik, something like that, I would say that we could actually postpone or reschedule their stay. And usually in Airbnb, we only send them Genwell and communicate there, but I won't we directly contact them through WhatsApp after the booking is confirmed.
So kinda the evaluation is on the communication, the earlier communication, Maria.
Yeah.
And then how do you think we can improve that?
I only think about that sih actually. Baru kepikiran itu.
Oh, I have this idea, Vivi, I think, and Maria. I think of every time if there's a government regulation that a bit tricky or disturbing for us, I think we can just make a list like we want to do like with during the Nyepi, right? If in the Nyepi we want to outreach the guests, tell the guests that you need to do this and that. So just maybe with this kind of things, if we found a regulation from the government that kind of bit tricky for us, we can just collect the data, how many guests will stay during this time and this time, and then message them to make a reschedule. To make a maybe would you like to make a reschedule? Would you like to make a what? How can I help you with your reservation during this time because we got this and that? So I think this would be my idea, but I think I didn't have something to add about this.
Yeah, it's also actually very tricky, you know, when they reschedule and then reschedule it by alter the dates on the Airbnb, for example, yeah.
Ooh.
And then the check-in date become still far away, and then they cancel it at one day and they get a full refund. It's even worse.
Yeah, see, I would agree. How do you see this video?
Yeah, actually, we tried that before with when COVID initially started as well, and it actually spikes the cancellation. But I think it's still fair to do like communication at least with the guests. And I also agree with Nadine though. There are some cases, yeah, Nadine, yeah,
Yeah.
for lot 6 was it?
Yeah, let's say.
Yeah, yang dia minta reschedule, and then they cancel, and then because the check-in date is far away, they get full cancellation.
Right.
But how about this video for the reschedule? We make it direct. So with our cancellation policy, signed by both parties. guests and the hosts.
Yeah, maybe we can discuss this even further in the like sub discussion.
Okay.
I think this is a long topic.
Yeah. Maybe siapa namanya Erika, could you please help us? Maybe not Vidi, Maria, Nadine, and me to have a that discussion about how can we actually reducing cancellation, and yeah, it's basically about that. Anybody want to add about this discussion? Oh yeah, Erika. Oh, Erika jempol. Sorry. Yes. Maaf. So let's go and jump to the other loyalty campaign that we have. This is the loyalty program. I would like to see the update from Sasha.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. So for the number of checkouts, it's all increasing, but the review rate, it's slightly decreased for both Airbnb and Booking.com. And if you could scroll down to the activity part, for the Airbnb, I'm thinking about maybe it's because the several alternate cases that we had. So guests tend to not leave review because they didn't stay, obviously. But however, the Airbnb reservation on the status is still confirmed. So that could be one of the reasons why. And for Booking.com, we actually got one new review, but still there's a slight decrease by I think 0.03%. And the action plan is I'll keep sending the discount voucher over to Booking.com guests and also follow up on the Airbnb discount voucher evaluation, which we'll do in 25th April. That's all my update. Back to you, Mr. Chair.
Yeah. I have question again to maybe the VDD. I want just to make sure whether this is make sense or effective or not. So yesterday I think we just got a guest from apa namanya dari ini Lajoya tuh yang no show kan. But on the bigger it eventually will stuck gitu loh. Kok we cannot really update whether if it's going to cancel ataukah itu di goodbye message, morning message because it's actually not gitu.
Yeah, this is a
for
bit tricky actually. Yeah, I saw in La Jolla kan, yang kalau misalnya tamunya no
Yeah.
show, they have no information. We still receive the revenue in a sense kan.
Yeah, that's not my question, but about the ini sih, in the clarification.
The guest journey kan.
Yeah, the guest
The
journey-nya.
guest journey. Agak abnormal sih. Like,
What do you
is there a lot of cases like this, or it is like abnormality?
Well, it's actually apa namanya?
Anomali kan maksudnya?
Yeah,
Jarang
anomali
kan?
itu.
Yeah.
Clarification.
Because if it's like not really concerning, it will eventually cancel out gitu loh.
Sorry.
Yeah, if we have like a lot of bookings that are normal compared to the anomaly, it will cancel out. If it's just that one case.
Yeah, but I was just thinking, I think every people who working on the apa namanya on the reservation need to have that section though, the option of whether it's cancelled, whether it's
No show kan.
show.
Okay, I think there is a option in the database for no show, but let's have a sub discussion. I'll have a sub discussion with Sasha on the Trello card regarding this.
Okay, please, Erika, also help us to note about that. And I saw Nadine is raised her hand, and would you like to add something?
Yes, basically, this is actually related to the yesterday discussions, if you guys remember, raising by Sasha and also Maria about the guest journey. Yeah, there's actually so many scenarios on guest journey, yeah, basically, but we only covered like one. I would say one scenario on our guest journey in bigger, if you guys also can see, yeah. That's yeah, I would agree with Vidi. This could be a sub discussions to discuss maybe the host and also the reservation team to actually mapping first what kind of the possibility of the scenario of the guest journey, yeah, and then we can apa namanya propose it to the PD team, or once it's already fixed, kind of like that. But as well, maybe for at the moment, I think we can just change the what is that, the status of the reservation into cancelled. Is it okay, as well, Kofidi,
No, because
but the value is still there.
if we change the status of reservation to cancelled, it will not be reflected in the monthly revenue.
Yeah.
One thing that we can do
Ah,
for loyalty, for review rate, is that we check the review rate based on bookings that has actually a check in or check out. So we don't count by all the bookings. So if we mark it check
I
out in the
see.
guest journey,
Okay.
then that's the total booking that we have with like it will not include the no show bookings, right?
Yeah, it's kind of different
Yeah.
expectation from the owner as well.
Okay.
Nadine, do you have any follow up? Apa namanya? Anything to add?
Oh no.
Okay, thank you, Nadine, for that. Actually, just to clarify with Sasha, you said that in Airbnb there could be a case because several Alter 10, right? I think Alter 10 is now included as cancelled. Am I right?
Cancelled on Bigger but confirmed on Airbnb.
If
That's
you
what I
cancel
meant.
on Bigger, is it affecting on the data on data visibility?
If it's cancelled, do we receive revenue still from that?
I'm sorry.
Do we still receive revenue?
No revenue. It's
No
fully
revenue, right?
refunded.
If it's cancelled, then it will not affect.
No, my question if Alter 10 kan kita cuma tinggal $10 kan.
Yeah.
So the Bigger is changed to cancel, right? Nah, kalau Bigger change to cancel, the data on the database will change to cancel juga.
Will change, yeah. Will change as well. India kalau misalnya if we have a cancelled booking and redash, it will not show the revenue even though we still get money.
So if so, kalau misalnya kita mau melihat data on the database, it should be no problem, right? Karena we actually change it to cancel, even though Airbnb got cancelled.
Yeah, betul.
Yeah, so that's just the insight for us. I think if we now have an alter 10 that canceled, the data on the database will change, and I think that's not really affecting on the review rates that you will have. If I'm mistaken, why VD is laughing though? Oh, VD doesn't know about alter.
What is Alter 10, guys?
VD alter 10.
Yeah, what is Alter 10?
Sorry, alter 10 is kind of like.
I'm confused. Sorry.
Okay, Erika, would you like to?
Ayo, Erika. I do not have
Explain.
HR onboarding, yeah, guys.
Okay, so Alter 10 is usually basically when there's a overbooking or the villa is not available. We cancel it by Alter 10, but it's not actually canceled because if we cancel from us, there will be a penalty for that. So we just not canceled, but we try to refund it, but like manually. But in Airbnb, we leave $10 to them, and the rest is we transfer them to their bank account. So in Airbnb, it's only $10
Yep.
refund to them.
I get it. But eventually, like the revenue itself itu nol kan? Yeah, just make it cancelled in Bigger.
Yeah. So yes, see, that's just an insight from for Sasha. Aku baru mau nanyain Sasha, please.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. So just want to clarify, even though the Airbnb is still confirmed, but the Bigger is cancelled. So even if the guests don't leave any review, because the Airbnb is still confirmed kan booking statusnya, so it won't be counted on database.
No. Because just now I mentioned that the review rate will be only counted from the guest journey, which is marked as checked out.
Okay.
Because in Alter 10 case, there are not checkouts, right? So we will not count that as an overall total pool.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Thank you everyone. Terima kasih ya Kak Erika sudah menjelaskan ke Vidi. Siapa tahu nanti Erika bisa membantu Vidi onboarding juga ya. Okay, from the other team, would you like to add something or anything about loyalty program? Nope. Okay. I will continue to pivot card. This pivot card is now the first is from Vidi, refining SLA.
For this one, international SLA. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. For international SLA, I have set some of the point from international SLA that is previously present in the Dromos paper. However, I just modified it a little bit. If you guys look in the internal SLA list, there are already a lot of components within the chapter itself to be maintained. I just need the SLA managers to view to look at their list, and then also like maybe if you'd like to negotiate the SLA, but for now, if there are no feedback from this one, we can do it asynchronously. I will update the SLA paper with Andre later on.
Yeah, I think we have a meeting about that.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people already know their internal SLA as well, in a sense.
Just to clarify about the timing, Vidi, you want to revise the documentation first, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think we need to have a timing for that. So when will you update the document? So maybe the later the manager can also review
Yeah.
it. So
It's okay. I mean, like we can update the document according to the internal SLA first, the relevant internal SLA, and then maybe we can negotiate and change it later on.
okay.
But for now, let's have a response time maybe by Monday. Let us know by Monday if you guys agree to the SLA.
Okay, so the first SLA documentation will be updated by today, and
Yep,
then
correct.
the managers could make a review and negotiate it maybe by
Yeah, but,
Monday.
but the SLA itself is already in the internal
Oh
SLA.
iya deh, masih seru ya. Iya, yang lupa. Oh, cool. From the managers, maybe do you have anything to add about this? Or do you have any requests? Maybe. Oh yes, Nadine.
Request. Yes, Nadine.
Just confirming, this is 15% inquiry for the total inquiry. Yeah.
Oh, that's the external SLA. The internal SLA managed will be
Yeah.
compared to the OT from the OTA itself,
Mm-mm.
something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. For the external, it's the total, kan?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
External, because that's what
Okay.
we deliver to the company.
Okay, noted.
Cool.
Yeah, and then also just to update, like if you guys want a new SLA, for example, like Maria just now noticed that okay, I think we need to reduce cancellations. Then we can propose new SLAs, and maybe to other stage funnel stage as well, funnel stage manager. You can propose new SLAs. You can improve SLAs. For example, like Airbnb is too easy now. 15% too easy. Let's improve it to 16%. Then that's also possible. Yeah, Nadine. Yeah.
Amin easy. Gila, easy. Okay, from the other managers, Erika, sorry, Sasha or Maria, do you have any requests about this? How do you think we could, apa namanya? How do you want us to manage the internal SLA documentation? Actually, sorry. No act from Maria and Sasha.
I'll think about it later first, Andre.
Okay, you can also comment here, yeah, later
Okay.
on to make it documented, and maybe VD could have a read about it. And I will move to another pivot from VD.
Yeah, there's no update for the card because no pivots have been completed yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were waiting for the pivot code being completed.
Yep. I will try to follow up with each of the pivot pivot champion, so that it can be completed.
Okay, thank you, VD, for that. Anything want to add more about your pivot, VD? Nope. No, yeah, from VD, yeah. I will move to Andre, which is actually me. Thank you, Andre. I actually have no update for agent catalog, but the date is tomorrow, Monday. But the update is actually we're trying to combine the new one, which is using apa namanya, the newest April, which is for the transaction for the new agent. But actually, I haven't really updated with all of the property like the coffee price. So the next update for the next goal on the Monday is to update it same like coffee price and also the availability first. So that will be my update, and also guest portal efficiency. Should I actually move this to pending PD, or do you already work on this on PD?
Has any product owner from PD approached you regarding this one?
Nobody actually.
Okay. Let's put that on pending first, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Noted for that, because this is a pivot related to product development as well, I will move this to pending list. And then maybe I would like to see the update now from Nadine's pivot. Nadine, please let us know your update.
Actually, I have no update, but I think Maria have update, yeah, Maria.
Okay,
Since Maria helped me in this pivot as well.
Yes, so yesterday I'm trying to approach like several posts, several agents in Facebook, and I got one reply from them, which is this post pet friendly in Canggu, which is available. I think we need more pet friendly villa in Canggu, since we have many inquiry, but we don't have any supply for that.
And also, if I may add, for this new supply, I already sent it to one guest, basically, Maria, if you already see in the Facebook. Yeah, it will be follow up this morning, see, basically, if it's gonna work out or not.
Okay, thank you. My question for Nadine or Maria, how do you guys document our list of property that already joined?
This is the first time basically we got the supply that actually match the demand, since it's pretty hard to also, you know, looking for the suitable like the match supply for the gas demand right now in the Facebook as well.
Okay.
This is one of the yeah. If it's a match, it's unavailable. If it's available, it doesn't match. Yeah, this is one of the fulfill the checklist.
Okay, my question to Maria. Maria, when you got this new property, do you connect with the owner as well?
I'm not sure if he is the owner or not, but he's the one who posts this.
I already checked its owner.
Oh, so you already connect, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it possible for you, Nadine, to create this as your MVP and put it as a new maybe card on outsourcing maybe? So it could be one of your MVP example, right? So this is the first one that you got. So maybe you can put this on the Trello board as well. Jadi kita tahu. This is basically the concept is almost the same with the outsourcing but more simple, right?
Iya, tapi kalau dalam case ini, kalau boleh tambahin, make sure that like for example, like if we already convert the booking through this property, and then there is already the form, right, Nadine? Remember?
Yeah. If it's converted, right?
Yeah. If converted, we add to the form, it will directly lead to the Trello board for community. Community lagi, basis development.
Oh, jadi convert dulu.
Yeah, that's the main objective.
Supaya kita ada leverage juga buat negosiasi. Kayak kita convert nih.
So how do you think we can transfer this to all the HR to know about the list?
No, it's still running by me and Maria only.
Oh, jadi masih by Nadine and Maria aja ya.
Later on, if it's already converted and it's already been processed by the business development team, then it will be notified to HR team. Just like the usual automation to Slack.
Okay, noted on this one. Thank you, Maria, Viti, and also Nadine for the update. Nadine, do you have anything that you like to update this, or what will be your next goal about this?
The next goal is actually make sure there is one inquiry, at least converting this. What is it? I mean, this property converting one inquiry. Yeah. So it's that it doesn't just be lease aja gitu, but it's proven to convert.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Nadine, for that. And I think you can also make a goal about how many properties you would like to connect with us juga ya. It could be one of the goals that you will have from this pivot. Thank you, Nadine, for that update. I will move to Sasha's pivot. Since I see that actually no update on this, maybe Sasha, do you have any clarification on that or what's actually ongoing?
Yeah, it's still ongoing for the discount voucher. It's, as I said, it's due on 25th, and for the Instagram stickers, still discussing with Kak Lilis.
Okay, thank you for that. Maria, I think also, thank you so for your update. Maria, I think you can, I don't know, finish this card first. I think you haven't really finished this card, and maybe you can also later on join, and we can see the update on what is actually on Booking.com hosting best practices later on the next Scrum, yeah. I'll skip Maria and I'll go to Erica's update. Erika, please let us know your update about this pivot.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chair. So, on Monday, I have a meeting with Om Rafiq and Kak Sasha, and the result is that Om Rafiq said that we need to have terms and condition with partner, and once we settle that, he will start to propose to the partner, and you can read that these are the terms and condition that will probably be proceed. And yeah, I will have another meeting with Evelyn maybe, and because she wants to work with properties, and she wants to work with us. So I will reach her today and probably have another meeting with Om Rafiq and Evelyn, also Kak Sasha. That is the update from me.
Yup, thank you, Erica. Yes, your voice is a bit cracking, but it's all clear actually. Um, apa namanya? Yeah, especially I want to just to advise you if you want to have a prioritize which villa or something, you can also work with BI, which I believe you also work with Evelyn, who has the apa namanya, possibility to see the data about it. They more understand about it, if I may say, right? So yeah, maybe if you want to prioritize something about it, it's just that. I would just like to ask the other team. Do you have anything that you'd like to add about Erica's update? Nope, no. Okay, I will just go ahead and continue this meeting. But thank you, Erica, for your update. We actually already finished with the apa namanya with this Trello board, and I will just go ahead and jump into the discussion. Terus semangat ya tim ya. Ini sebentar lagi selesai. Video udah kucek mata
Kucuk-kucuk tahe.
Wah, itu dah. Itu dah.
Discussionnya spicy banget ya.
Kenapa spicy, Pak?
Oh, mampus.
You know what? I just trying to ask this tadi sebelumnya video. Gimana sih sebenarnya pergerakan weekly sales kita? Ternyata you already write it down over here. Apa namanya? Maybe we can start with VD first, and then we can go ahead and jump Erica's discussion. Yeah, I think Erica has two discussion, but we haven't really apa namanya conclude. Terus nanti aku kalau misalnya the time is not really enough for that, I will help Erica as to how can we actually make an asynchronous discussion, yeah, Erica. So maybe jump to VD first.
Okay.
Which of you introduce us about it?
Yeah, I think I've had this discussion with Maria regarding the in-month revenue for this month. It actually on the third week we got stuck. As we see in the all hands, it's stuck at 27,000. The thing is, when I tried to go to see the data even further, it's not like HR is not converting deals during that particular week. But if we look at the weekly sales on that week, we are actually seeing more revenue compared to the previous week. But it's just that the number of in-month booking is less than the previous week, right? So the maybe like there are bookings or reservation for the next month or something. So if you look at the April 11th one, so our current revenue is 39,000 lah, let's say, and we're 11,000 away from our goal, which we still have 7 days. Yeah. So what can we do about this? How can we improve our in-month conversion? Because if the conversion rate itself, as we look at Nadine's stats, the conversion rate is still SLA compliant. But the thing is, the reservation is maybe for next month, or I think I'm seeing a lot of reservation for April or June. Yeah, I think even some already asked for 2022, something like that. So yeah, how do we improve the state of our in-month revenue?
Okay, I forgot to flow this discussion. Sorry, Vidi. First, I think I would like to see the opinion from Erica. Erica, when you see this kind of data, how do you think we can improve the revenue for Bukit Vista? Eta.
Yeah, I think it needs coordination between each chapter. I think when one convention is made is a result of each chapter working together, like the marketing team and also the HR team converting the inquiries like that. Yeah, I think we should just set goals on how many convention we can make each week, so that we can really reach the goals for the in-month booking. So yeah, that's what I think.
Okay, thank you, Erica, for what is it, sir? Comment? Okay, good. Oh ya, terima kasih, sir. Udah live lagi, anjir, aku udah bilang terima kasih. Erica, thank you for that. And how would you echo Erica's opinion, Maria, or do you have your own opinion about this?
I think I have my own opinion about this. Things like, in my opinion, like the villa that is, booked for this month maybe. So most of them are looking for villa, right? But when it's actually booked, so they will actually book for another month. I think that's actually my opinion, because like we also lack of supplies, so it's hard for us to actually achieve the revenue. And for the transaction, it's actually increased, yes, but for the amount of the booking is only a little bit.
Oh, I see. So you're saying that the number of transaction that we have actually increases, but the
Amount-nya kan?
amount-nya yang kecil ya. Ya, coba
Ya.
do we have the data that supports that on Redash?
Not sure. Which data? What do you mean? What data?
Kayak jumlah booking dibanding revenue yang didapatkan. Contohnya, kita kan tahu kita sekarang dapat 28.900. Tapi kita nggak tahu kita dapat berapa booking. Itu kontribusi dari berapa booking sebenarnya. Dibanding kalau misalnya bulan lalu yang ada berapa booking menghasilkan 44.000 ya kalau nggak salah ya. Gitu. Jadi kayak kita mungkin kalau misalnya mau dicek juga bisa minta BI data untuk booking count untuk setiap bulan. Sebenarnya nggak susah kalau misalnya udah punya revenue yang itu, harusnya nggak susah untuk membuat visi itu supaya kita tahu sebenarnya permasalahannya jumlah transaksi itu banyak, cuman value dikit atau gimana. It might be it's actually very useful insight sih, if we can see that.
Okay, thank you, Maria, for that. And I think Maria have the insight and VD have the conclusion to make it like a good example gitu ya. This is a good coordination between team. And I would like to see the opinion from Sasha. Do you believe that we're also out of supply, since Maria also responds that?
Yeah, I think we have like quite a lot turned downs because we don't have the supply for the pet-friendly villa mostly. And I think also the awareness funnel for like Facebook and Instagram is like not really active yet this month because there's no like bandwidth in the chapter because not enough people there. I think that's probably one of the aspect juga sih. So probably especially in marketing, I think there's one new intern onboarded. So probably we can focus on the awareness as well and see like if it's improving or not.
So Sasha believe that this is also caused by the top funnel ya, let's say. Okay, top funnel issues. Nadine, do you believe this is about the top funnel issues, kata Nadine? Ya udah tersenyum aja kata Nadine.
Okay, thank you for whoever bring this up, bring discussion. Komedi ya. Thank you for bringing these discussions. First of all, yes, actually, I feel bad that I'm like right now I'm not really focusing on the reservations, but I'm still trying my best to keep both BD and reservations is balanced. Yeah, but yeah, it doesn't really easy as it seems. And then the first one, if we're actually talking about the supply, we can expecting a better improvement next month, since we already onboarded some of the property. It's around 10 or 20. I mean, all of those property is already nurtured on the first meeting by me. That gue kasih awareness gitu loh. But kalau sekarang demandnya begini, most of the guests trying untuk cari pet friendly. Kalau lo mau okupansi ya lo harus lentur gitu. I already nurtured the the property owners, and hopefully next month should be better because we have new supplies and they actually wants low pet udah dikasih tahu gitu ya. And then for if we're talking about what can we do in this 10 days, 7 days ya, around 11 million ya, away to the revenue target. My my hypothesis is malah optimize the agent sales di 7 hari itu, because some of the agents is mostly askingnya itu buat lot, which is life savior kalau there is a deal ya buat lot-lotan. If we can make the lot full occupied this at the end of the month, I think. Ya, so coba dulu. I think in these 7 days, try to advertise a lot ya, untuk dibikin occupied gitu. Gue udah bingung.
Nanti udah apa lagi?
Iya, masalahnya ini sih, karena kalau gue lihat kan kemarin kan gue tanya-tanya kok revenue nggak naik seminggu, selama seminggu tuh 37.000, minggu depan 37.000 lagi. Tapi gue lihat weekly sales, sebenarnya weekly sales kita naik, dan ada 2 cost sebenarnya. Satu itu kemungkinan inquiry yang ke convert itu tidak untuk bulan ini, dan itu terreflect di weekly sales datanya. Yang kedua, cancellation jebol. Ada cancellation lot berapa belas juta tuh hilang, dan itu ngurangin revenue.
That's one of the factor ya. Nah, tapi kalau dari hipotesisnya Maria tadi transaksinya banyak tapi ternyata value-nya nggak ada, ya menjual lot memang adalah salah satu solusinya gitu loh in this 7 days.
Makanya nanti kita bisa provide tips-nya ya. Mungkin nggak usah perlu biaya request gak ya buat data itu ya? Atau gue tampilin aja nggak
perlu.
Iya, Andre, I think kemarin aku lihat agent tuh mostly nanyain lot kan. Aku not sure juga kenapa. Ya, not sure-nya itu karena komisi dianya, emang agent tuh mikirin dirinya sih ya.
Iya, gimana lagi nih orang nyari duit, kita nggak gaji, siapa lagi yang gaji?
Ya, masalahnya itu lot itu sudah terlalu mahal. Dia harus nambahin komisi dia juga gitu.
Lot yang sama lot 3 itu masih lumayan loh harganya. Lot 5 dia nggak masuk akal menurut gue.
By the way, yang lot 5 itu bisa nggak COVID? Karena kan kalau agent Desi itu kita bisa 10-10 tuh. Itu peraturan dari Bu Lili gitu. Kita bisa nggak itu applicable ke semuanya gitu? Ke semua agent kalau untuk lot 5.
Nah,
karena kan harganya udah nggak ngotak, lu juga ngerti kan?
Iya, gue juga ngerti sih. Tapi ya untuk itu sebenarnya asal ada, nanti kita kayak diskusi itu loh, itu bisa bagian dari pivotnya agent sales sebenarnya, pivotnya agent campaign. Jadi kalau misalnya emang itu working dan itu ngasih banyak revenue dan dapat persetujuan dari tim finance, ya nggak masalah. Tim finance yang paling penting, karena itu ingat gak isunya?
Lu mending jangan ngomong
Erika,
ini mau layan
Erika not advertise a lot, advertise lot 6, lot 7, lot
Villa.
lot 5, lot villa, not
Lot.
advertise a lot.
Lah, jangan bercanda lu, Erika.
Lot
Itu
villa.
sih,
Asmara, The Asmara Nusa Dua Villa.
ya Allah. Tuh.
Because I remember few months ya, yang kita tuh conversion-nya baik-baik aja, terus revenue-nya naik, bukan naik, maksudnya waktu itu sedang baik-baik aja lah revenue-nya. At the end of the month, itu gue dapet yang lot. di yang beginning tuh kita udah haus banget, udah mau menjungkir gitu, tersungkur, tapi ada yang booking lot itu langsung ke apa namanya,
Kedongkrak.
ya itulah ya, kedongkrak, life savior, makanya aku bilang kan, ya coba yuk dijual lotnya.
I would agree sih, di agent itu ada 2 agent yang literally udah tahu lot 1 sampai 6 gitu, tapi dia percaya sama kita gitu loh untuk nanyain lot 5 gitu, dan dia maunya lot 5 kebetulan. Jadi kalau udah nanya lot 5 ya
senyum aja. Kita nggak ada yang mau pindah lot apa?
Biar apa sih? Biar naik weekly sales-nya.
Iya.
Apaan mau pindah lot?
Maksudnya tamu in-house kita bisa kita promote lot juga nggak? Kayak contoh ya, ada tamu long term yang di Dream Breeze tuh. Siapa tahu mau pindah lot.
Aku baru mau ngomong, makasih. Iya, itu tahu
aja loh. Maksudnya
orang katanya HR reservation manager nggak profesional.
Kalau lot 6 itu nanti harganya mungkin bisa dikurangi lah.
Iyalah. Ayolah, tolong
Lot 6,
dibantu
lot
ya.
3 masih bisa. Ownernya masih mau dengerin. Kalau lot 5 tuh agak.
Enggak, lu juga bingung kalau lu mau upgrade yang bener gitu. Masa dari Dream Breeze ke lot 6 gitu, ya jauh banget. Kecuali dari Blue Aksara ke lot oke gitu. Tapi kalau dari Dream Breeze ke lot 6 jauh banget, Pak. Itu harga sehari dia, harga sebulan Dream Breeze.
Dari juga nih mulutnya. Kalau dari aku mungkin things-nya ini sih kok, evaluation-nya ini bigger scale sih, karena aku juga completely actually agree with Nadine, karena with 7 days mungkin sedikit kesulitan ya kita untuk itu, tapi ya bisa diusahakan dengan lot. Literally aku ingat banget Nadine tuh saving banget dengan lot, save banget sama lot. Nah ini sih mungkin kita kan akan punya ini monthly update dan monthly target untuk setiap rencananya kan, maksudnya untuk setiap OTA.
Iya betul.
Itu akan jadi target masing-masing untuk setiap manajernya. Let's say Maria manager Facebook, so it will mungkin help Maria for aku tuh ada target, this target that I have to achieve gitu kan. I would think of that way untuk bigger scale-nya. Sama juga untuk BD sih mungkin bisa gini kali ya. Apakah memungkinkan untuk kayak Oke, kalau kita melihat revenue di bulan lalu, di 2 bulan lalu, kenapa bisa bagus segitu? Dan supply apa aja nih yang kita punya, supply apa aja yang bisa kita jual. So it could be the
Ya, gue juga udah mikir soal itu, Andre.
Iya.
Nah, masalahnya itu April ini juga entah kenapa slow juga nggak sih?
Puasa mungkin nggak sih? Menurutku kok mungkin aja.
Karena mereka siap-siap lebaran juga, duitnya disimpan.
Masuk sih. Ya itu, aku sih mungkin kepikiran kayak lebaran akan di-postpone, or puasa ini juga affecting with the sales-nya itu sendiri. Cuman the bigger scope-nya aku would think of that way.
Nah, tapi kan we have market yang di Bali kan, which is mereka nggak lebaran sebetulnya.
Iya juga.
How we optimize the Facebook juga sebetulnya sih.
Ya, Facebook tuh sebenarnya penting banget ya. Karena kalau gue lihat breakdown dari revenue-nya, dari bulan lalu sampai Februari, let's say Januari, Februari, Maret itu revenue contribution dari direct itu sebenarnya tinggi banget loh. Maksudnya udah hampir malah bulan lalu itu nyamain Airbnb within Airbnb. Permasalahannya bulan April ini loyo banget direct ya.
Oh iya, by the way juga yang Facebook ya, teman-teman yang tadi kata Maria, gue liat, maksudnya lu juga sering kan pada ngirimin gue suruh eversign, that's makanya gue ngeliat oh berarti banyak dealnya gitu, transaksinya banyak, karena kan mereka selalu lewat gue kan buat Eversign, buat ngurusin booking gitu. Nah gue selalu ngerasa aman karena oh banyak nih, ada aja gitu kan tiap hari Eversign gitu, tapi kok nggak achieve, nah berarti memang value-nya. Nah, that's why kita memang harus upselling teman-teman. Kadang gue lihat harganya ya 250 di COVID price, 250 aja di invoice itu. Maksudnya, did you try untuk upsell gitu, teman-teman? Jangan kalau bisa di upsell gitu, jangan langsung harga COVID price gitu.
Yes.
Bahkan apalagi kalau yang di kalau yang agent atau yang dia kemana itu tuh sangat banyak juga guys yang tidak tahu harganya di awal. Mungkin kalau di Facebook ada advertisement-nya ya, tapi ada beberapa yang dia nge-reach out WhatsApp, terus kalau misalnya kita cross-sell, dia nggak tahu harga yang properti yang alternatifnya, itu bisa kita upsell gitu. Jangan langsung harga COVID price.
Iya, bit tips juga ya. Kalau misalnya yang daily itu sudah banget upsell kalau misalnya mereka tuh di share link Airbnb. Kasih harga yang sama kayak Airbnb dulu pertamanya gitu kan. Jadi patokan untuk sellingnya pakai Airbnb yang lebih tinggi. Kemudian kalau misalnya long term dikit sih, aku sebenarnya upsellnya nggak based on Airbnb price, itu kayak misalnya harganya 1 juta terus aku naikin 1.200.000 gitu-gitu. Jadi kalau misalnya kalian daily itu nge-share link dari Airbnb itu lumayan helpful untuk cross sellingnya, walaupun 20.000 juga kadang-kadang kerasanya cuman apa sih, cuman ya dari 20.000 menjadi bukit vista maksudnya. Udah.
Gitu guys, coba upselling-nya. Karena aku tuh sering banget ngeliat yang pondok mini itu kan pada sering Eversign kan. Terus kayak habis itu harganya tuh 230 apa. Terus cuma semalam gitu. Ya Allah, dapat apa gitu. Pikir udah habis laundry, habis token gitu loh, 230. Kasian juga orang ownernya gitu. Laundry aja udah berapa buat linen.
Iya benar sih.
Tokennya berapa?
Kita ngejual 240 kali 15%, kita cuma tinggal 36.000 ya.
Oh, 36.000. Berarti dia cuma dapat 100 berapa? Belum buat laundry. Apalagi lagi COVID kayak gini, property owner itu housekeepingnya panggilan. Dia nggak bayar bulanan lagi. Sekali datang housekeepingnya udah berapa? 60.000. Dapat berapa ownernya?
Sudah. Nanti proses ini hati-hati guys.
Kayak gitu. Coba di upselling teman-teman, dibantu gitu.
Ya, sudah. So, iya mungkin turn back to Bapak Widi. Apakah yang ada sesuatu insight yang kamu dapat?
Oke, nggak, tadi gue juga udah touch dia punya grafik yang gue maksud di bawah, deh. Di bagian bawah, ke bawah dikit.
Wait.
Bawah CT. Nah, itu yang grafik yang gue maksud. Timpangnya maksimal, yang untuk yang bagian bawah kanan.
Iya.
Bawah kanan directnya sama dibanding Airbnb timpang sekali. Itu yang gue maksudnya tadi ya grafiknya guys. Makanya memang menurut gue gue gak mau tahu, gue harus minta ke chapter lead-nya marketing. Aduh, gue lapis. Gue harus minta ke chapter lead-nya marketing untuk apa di digital marketing buat guest funnel, cuy. Harus minta.
Iya.
Kak Bayu.
Semuanya sekarang soalnya ke partnership semua, fokusnya di marketing.
Iya, cuy. Makanya ya itu align sama mission company, tapi kalau nggak ada revenue nggak bisa bayar orang. Oh my god.
Innalillahi rajiun.
Ya, jadi ada berapa
instansi nggak digaji bulan ini gimana?
Ya Allah.
Masih ke-record lagi bulan.
Apa sih?
Kok tadi pas ada Paji nggak pada ngejok sih?
Aku ngejokes aja.
Tapi jokesnya nggak kayak jokes Bukit Barista.
Inggris apa bukan native English.
Oke, coba ya. Kalau kita lihat ya di conclusionnya, satu itu paling penting, lot properti dijual.
Oke.
Dijual, mencoba untuk increase transaction yang value-nya lebih tinggi dengan menjual properti Nusa Dua. Ada juga kayak Namaskara juga lumayan tinggi nggak sih harganya? Bagus juga nggak sih, Din?
Iya,
Namaskara atau mungkin villa rumah pertama udah nggak ada Vladimir, itu juga lumayan lah. Habis itu upselling. Upselling itu juga penting juga. Tapi juga kita perlu minta BI buat data revenue transaction booking count, unique booking count di setiap bulannya. Jadi kita bisa compare sebenarnya teori yang hipotesis yang gue bilang itu work atau enggak sih sebenarnya. Dan ini kayaknya nggak usah minta ke BI deh, gue bikin aja dah di sini. Gue bikinin.
Kalau HR sendiri tuh gitu.
Iya, kalau sama HR mah aman lah, gampang. Oke, itu nanti gue bikinin supaya gue nge-proof poinnya juga. Lalu apa ya? Sebenarnya kita butuh DM sih di Facebook buat increase activity ya Facebook. Gara-gara timbang banget dari direct ya. Tapi yang ngurusin reservation di Facebook semuanya kan?
Iya, Sasha,
Ya,
Maria,
apakah
Erika.
kalian merasa jumlah inquiry-nya berkurang atau sama-sama aja?
Berkurang.
Berkurang.
Iya, berkurang.
Kurang.
Kalau FB Lilis rame, FB Nadine sepi. FB Nadine rame, FB Lilis yang sepi.
Iya, setuju.
Dulu gue inget ada bulan Januari atau Februari yang sehari itu bisa inquiry-nya 100 gitu gak sih?
Iya.
Iya. Desember Januari.
Desember Januari, boy.
Ingat gak sih dulu
Iya.
pas kita masih pakai form tuh banyak banget kan? Ingat gak, Mar?
Karena New Year kan.
Iya.
Nah, itu kayaknya sangat berkurang ya.
Atau gini deh, gue sambil main HP gitu ya, posting-posting aja kali foto-foto lot 5, lot 6, gue posting di Facebook. Udah lah, ngandelin amat digital marketing, gue juga bisa
Iya,
posting-posting
mau
gitu.
ada satu option lagi tuh sebenarnya satu itu. Kayak kita cari volunteer buat ngelakuin activity Facebook. Contohnya barangkali anak-anak HR kan pengen IG post story post slot. Nah, IG story juga kan berkurang nggak sih jumlah IG post, IG story dah. Di
Malah
zaman
postnya hiring, biar hiring.
hiring apa?
Bukan bisa hiring people.
Digital marketing.
Enggak, di story-nya malah post
Oh, hiring.
berapa hari yang lalu gitu
Nah,
hiring new
ya
people.
memang karena dirasa sudah stabil, mungkin fokusnya kan memang berubah. Tapi ini mungkin untuk visibility teman-teman ya. Gue dengar sih business development conversion-nya tinggi. Achieve target lah mereka. Tapi HR kurang gitu kan. Nadine tapi senyum-senyum Nadine. Apa Nadine? Mungkin ada komen press conference.
Iya, sekarang di BD conversion-nya tinggi, tinggal MQL-nya aja. MQL makanya bukan MQL, leads-nya yang kurang malah. Si conversion di belakangnya dia dari MQL ke partner udah tinggi banget gitu. Cuma ya permasalahannya cari leads, which is digital marketing juga kan.
Iya, betul. Tapi dan juga masalahnya kan udah ada kan dari awareness itu udah ada 2 orang full time, lalu ada volunteer juga kan buat nyari leads, Sasha sama si Ilham juga. Tapi kita nggak kebagian gitu. Tapi kemarin gue udah nego-nego sama chapter lead-nya marketing, Kak Bayu. Kemungkinan nanti ada satu intern yang bakal bantuin juga. Dan kalau misalnya ada satu plan yang sudah berhasil, salah satu plan yang sudah berhasil nanti, Kak Gani dan Kak Rizal akan kembali membantu untuk guest funnel. Dan ini lagi diusahakan secepatnya. Karena melihat kondisi yang kritis. Dan juga nanti kalau misalnya plannya berhasil lagi, nanti akan lebih banyak BI, kayak Lilis akan lebih membantu juga untuk di guest funnel. Karena sekarang lagi pandangannya ke partnership semua. But don't worry, maksudnya kayak kalau gue lihat sendiri, ya ini hal yang kita bisa lakukan sekarang gitu loh, untuk menggantikan itu untuk sementara, increase high value transaction, upselling, booking count. Kita bisa lihat booking count-nya sebenarnya untuk nge-proof yang poin nomor 2 atau nomor 1. So nanti mungkin untuk yang DM-an itu, kita bisa cari saya volunteer atau gimana untuk menaikkan activity-nya. Jadi mungkin anak-anak ada lagi nggak tadi yang Miss Nadine? Kira-kira apa lagi menurut lo? Atau mungkin dari semuanya, kira-kira apa yang bisa kita lakukan guys? Maria?
Iya, Kak Putih.
Maria gimana? SLA manajernya?
I'm agree with your opinions actually trying to post in IG story or maybe WhatsApp stories.
Tapi bandwidth-nya cukup ke kalian maksudnya?
Cukup, I think.
Ya Maria.
Sebenarnya daripada IG sebenarnya Facebook lebih banyak gak sih?
Facebook aja Mar.
Iya, Facebook Mar. Kalau
Atau
misalnya itu
bahkan
dia
broadcastin tuh ke masing-masing tamu gitu loh. Lot gitu.
Broadcasting ke masing-masing tamu.
Ya di chat,
Hmm.
kirimin satu-satu.
nah,
Promo spesial hot panas menggelegar gitu.
nah bahasanya pakai bahasa Nadine ya tapi Mar. Ya,
Ya
konvensional.
boleh.
Jadi skemanya nanti bisa lebih ke bukan nanti bisa skemanya ke volunteering sih. Maksudnya kalau Maria mau volunteer untuk post Facebook activity itu boleh banget. Atau
Boleh.
mungkin Erika tertarik pengen belajar nih ngepost atau Sasha atau gua gitu kan mungkin tapi nggak tahu juga.
Oke, sekarang gini aja, gengs. Kita bikin eksekusi yang yang kenceng ya di 7 hari ini. Kita coba, kita jadi tim Densus. Jadi Erika coba pet friendly private-nya. Kalau bisa selesai minggu ini bisa nggak? Itu. Jadi nanti kalau misalnya, jadi jangan sampai di 7 hari ini ada turn down gara-gara nggak pet friendly gitu. Kita lihat dalam 7 hari
Nah,
ini.
sama yang friendly tadi, justru pivotnya Nadine itu buat nggak counter-act itu nggak sih? Kalau misalnya kita nggak ada supply, kita cold calling. Tapi susah ya?
Iya.
Maksudnya,
Tapi emang susah kok. Susah sekali.
pet friendly property di Google itu susah ya?
Ada banyak, cuman ada yang tidak respon gitu.
Oh, tapi ada outreach-nya banyak gitu kan untuk sementara?
Ada.
Oke.
Ya kan, Mar?
Iya.
Nah itu satu. Terus aku sama Maria akan coba optimizing Facebook. Sasha optimizing extension.
Nah, itu dah.
Andre reduce cancellation. Bagaimana dengan strategis
Andre
hari ini?
suruh masuk ke pemerintahan.
Siap, Bos.
Oh, sama agent, Andre. Jadi, lu gimana caranya bikin mereka jadi ECR gitu? Gimana?
Ya, itu sebenarnya jauh hari udah aku coba sih untuk membuat mereka tuh like us dengan cara ya mungkin dikasih toolkit, di share availability yang updated gitu sih. But I was thinking about that too, Nadine.
Iya. Atau ini, bisa nggak sih agent sales itu kalau dia ngejual, kita kasih reward diskon vouchernya si Sasha?
Kayaknya nggak bisa
Nggak,
kalau
karena direct, Bu. Tujuan dari kita taruh di OT itu supaya harganya masih pas turun 10% tuh, masuknya direct. Maksudnya,
Iya, kalau harganya masih make sense untuk di diskon 10%.
kalau harganya dari awal udah direct, pas agent itu kan nggak bisa turun lagi.
Oh, iya,
kalau kita berhasil upsell mungkin bisa di.
Iya, kalau kita berhasil
upsell,
upsell,
mungkin bisa.
Ya sih. Cuman kalau dengan strategi voucher itu kita harus OTA dulu sih.
Yaudah pokoknya gitu sih yang paling kelihatan. Bisa nggak dalam 7 hari ini jangan sampai ada yang turn down karena pet friendly itu satu, Erika. Misalnya kalau memang butuh waktu ya untuk nurturing owner. Kalau misalnya nunggu community, maksudnya itu kan a massive action gitu kalau yang mau dilakuin sama community. Tapi kamu bisa pakai micro action dulu gitu. Misalnya reach out si ownernya di grup, bilang tawarin security deposit atau apa, karena pernah works juga ke Bu Lili gitu loh. Itu satu. Terus aku sama Maria will try to optimize Facebook. Terus si Andre akan di agent, sama Sasha akan di extension dalam 7 hari. Kira-kira sounds good gak?
Sebenarnya ini possible, cuman breakdown-nya adalah mungkin apa sih sebenarnya yang harus dilakukan dalam 7 hari adalah mungkin kita nge-list dulu nih. Misalnya, each person nih punya task masing-masing kan, within 7 days. Oke, Sasha mau make sure extend, berarti Sasha mungkin ngecek extend-nya yang within 7 days akan berlangsung. Andre akan reduce cancellation. Oke, berarti aku akan ngecek.
Iya, bikin pivot card aja maksudnya supaya bisa kita ingat juga dan kita track progresnya. Kalau kelihatan kan track progresnya akan lebih ini.
Iya.
Contoh kayak tadi Sasha udah ngekontakin berapa guest buat extension. Ada nggak dalam beberapa, kan ada datanya ya, kalau nggak salah ya, yang bakal check out dalam beberapa hari ini mau nggak extend gitu. Di kontak-kontakin tuh. Sekarang masih di kontak-kontakin kan tapi, setahu gue. Best practice-nya kan memang sebelum check out mau ditanya lagi mau extend atau enggak.
Kalau
mau betul.
Iya sih, benar.
Iya, dan itu sukses rate-nya tinggi nggak? Sukses rate-nya?
Nah, itu sebenarnya nggak
Kayak belum di measure ya,
iya,
gitu.
belum terlalu sih Pak.
Terus coba kalau udah nanti bikin list siapa yang transaksi yang akan masuk dalam 7 hari ini gitu. Kita sambil perkirakan juga nutup gak nih gitu kan. Sama kurang berapa lagi gitu.
Iya.
Yang udah kelihatan itu Pram akan extend. Terus siapa lagi? Ya gue mau ngomong realitas saja ya.
Sorry.
Terus check in yang akan datang, nggak check in yang akan datang sih, transaksi yang akan happen di 7 hari ini gitu. Ini mengingatkan gue sama awal-awal kita Facebook itu loh kok. Karena
Iya.
waktu awal-awal Facebook itu juga gue yang bikin poster, gue yang posting
Ya
gitu.
itu MVP karena kan. Pas udah ke production dibantu oleh tim DM working. Tapi nggak ada resources sekarang dan.
Iya, nah sekarang kita perlu adaptif lah.
Ya
lentur
perlu volunteer maksudnya. Kita
Ya.
butuh step on those mungkin ya.
Oke. Teman-teman, Maria, kita akan bikin poster hari ini kita jadi DM.
Ya.
Kita bikin list ya. Aku sama Maria akan di situ. Nah, Sasha sama Erika kalau mau discussion soal extension sama pet friendly boleh. Andre mau discuss sama siapa soal agent?
Rilis.
Ya, dalam 7 hari ya. Kalau bisa dapat 5 convert.
Siap. Itu kerjaan 4/7 aja belum pasti dapat coy.
Oke. Dalam 7 hari ini kita fokus di yang strong aja, Beb. Maksudnya nggak usah pikirin kalau misalnya Instagram converse-nya turun gitu. Dalam 7 hari ini udah nggak usah dipikirin dulu. Kita fokus ke yang kita strong aja dulu gitu loh. Ngerti nggak, Covid?
Iya, betul.
Bener tuh, setuju nggak?
Kayak Airbnb kan strong. Facebook juga strong sebenarnya.
Ya. Kita optimis itu
strong.
aja.
Instagram mau ikut kan kagak.
Nggak usah fokus ke website dulu sama Instagram. Nggak apa-apa, Sasha, kamu nggak usah khawatir kalau conversion-nya turun minggu depan. Karena fokus kita emang nggak di situ dulu. Okay?
Iya, ini just to clarify, fokus not fokus tapi tetap di manage gitu kan ya.
Iya,
tetap di manage, cuman maksudnya ya paham lah. Anak-anak di sini pintar-pintar kok.
Udah, ntar nggak diurus, nanti nangis.
Anak-anak di sini pintar-pintar, pasti gue ngerti. Oke,
semangat guys, ayo 7 hari. Emang ECR tuh mesti ditepok-tepok, diempok-empok gitu.
Tapi sih
biar semangat. Yuk bisa yuk guys.
Yuk bisa yuk.
Jadi nggak semangat dia bisa ya. Apa? Okay deh tim, we already have the conclusion here. Thank you for Vidit for brought up this idea juga, and Nadine for helping us for concluding this. And I believe we still have another discussion from si Erika. Nanti aku nyariin Erika gimana sih caranya kita bisa synchronous discussion dan lain sebagainya. I just actually wanna seek feedback about the timing. Do you guys think that this timing is inspired delight? Anjay, inspired delight. Karena kita selalu extend nih, selalu berapa menit gitu kan. Kita meeting
nggak ini kan. Maksudnya emang secara konten pun sebenarnya nggak cukup sejam.
Iya. Kalau dari Erika gimana Erika? Sebenarnya kita cuma sejam.
Ini masih mau di-record nggak?
Boleh, nggak juga boleh.
Oke, gua matiin recordnya. Tutup dulu deh, feedbacknya belakangan aja.
Iya, terima kasih all team for attending this HR Scrum. This is very inspired delight for me, for you guys updating Trello and also discussion. And I wish you have a lovely day for today and semangat for the upcoming 7 days.